Let's look at a word problem that involves logarithms. So the following function models the average typing speed S in words per minute of a student that has been typing for T months. So we're going to get out the typing speed based on the months that somebody's been typing. So we plug in T months and we get out S, which is typing speed. So we can kind of assume that the longer somebody's been typing, the faster that they're going to get, up to a certain point. So this is between 0 and 16 months. At some point, they max out. Just because you've been typing for so long doesn't mean eventually you can type 1 billion words per minute. So this is after 16 months of practice, they kind of max out, is what that time frame means. So it says, what was the student's average typing speed to the nearest word per minute when they first started typing? So we want to figure out the initial typing speed. When they first started, their first day on the job, they've been doing it 0 months. We're looking at S of 0. We have 4 plus 28, ln of 0 plus 1. So we have 4 plus 28, and then we're going to do ln of 1. And ln of 1 is actually 0. So we're going to get 4 plus 0 really is not the best typing speed. 4 words per minute for their typing speed. If you remember when you first learned how to type, it was very slow. So this kind of makes sense. What was the student's average typing speed to the nearest word per minute after 3 months? So they've been practicing for 3 months. We want to see how fast they're getting. This is probably like an elementary school student. We're going to replace that T with a 3. So we're doing 4 plus 28 times ln of 3 plus 1, or ln of 4. And we're going to do the nearest word, so we're rounding to the nearest word, and it's about 43 words per minute then. So much faster than that initial month. The next part says, well, we have a goal. Determine how long to the nearest tenth of a month, 1 decimal place, it will take for the student to achieve an average typing speed of 70 words per minute. So we're going to do this in months. So we're going to solve 70 equals 4 plus 28 ln of t plus 1. We want the average typing speed. How long is it going to take to get there? We're going to solve this using our same steps that we've been using. We're going to isolate, convert, and solve. So I want to isolate that log term. So first step, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. I'm going to get that ln on one side by itself. So I have 66 equals 28 times ln of t plus 1. I almost have ln on one side by itself, but it's multiplied with 28. So I'm going to divide both sides by 28. I'm going to either make that 66 divided by 28 a decimal if I can, or since it's a crazy decimal, I'm going to hit math, enter, and just leave it as a fraction. I could leave it as 66 over 28, or it's the same thing as 33 over 14. I'm going to use math, enter to reduce it. Now I have the ln on one side by itself, so we did our first step, which was to isolate. Next step is going to be to convert. So I'm going to bring this converting up here. I'm going to convert to whatever the base is here. So it's ln, which means it's base e. So I'm going to do e to the 33 over 14 equals e raised to the ln of t plus 1. E and ln are inverses, so they cancel each other out there. So we have e raised to the 33 over 14 equals t plus 1. Now my last step is to solve. Isolate, convert, and solve. So I just need to get t by itself. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. E to the 33 over 14. Outside of that, I'm going to subtract 1 at the end, and that's going to tell me what t is. And I'm going to round to 1 decimal place. Approximately how many months does this take? So e raised to the 33 over 14. I'm going to go outside of that after and subtract 1. It takes about 9.6 months. So like a whole school year almost until these kids that are learning how to type have an average word speed.